with the Jackal could provide valuable insight into our new suspects.
Provide valuable insight into our new suspects. That's a bit formal for people who text every day. Okay, I understand. You're up for the new lieutenant promotion? It's a big deal. I also know there's a ton of candidates from Austin and Amarillo. So if this is about taking a step back.
It's not that. It's that there's a double standard for women dating.
I know. It's ridiculous, but you're right.
It's just my last whatever overlapped with work and it didn't end well. But I would love to keep talking about Hawk Shadow with you.
Well, me too. I promise not to sit next to you in there. And, Joe's smiling.
You're smiling? I hate smiling.
You're so good at it.
Every near match.
Yeah, I asked Trey to prioritize suspects with violent criminal backgrounds. That's tier 1 here in Red.
What's tier 2?
Criminals who have been convicted of nonviolent crimes, but crimes that often lead to violence.
So fraud, burglary.
Exactly. Tier 3 is misdemeanors, shoplifting, vandalism, crimes that rarely lead to violence.
And these records are from local municipalities.
Yeah, I'm afraid that's our only resource.
Police precincts aren't as thorough as you Rangers. A lot of precincts' records are still out of date. Info's rarely pertinent.
We have some heavy lifting ahead of us.
Yes, we do. And efficiency is key since these records are old. I don't want us chasing ghosts. The more of these we can cross off without leaving the office, the faster we get our game.
Sounds like we are looking for a needle in a haystack. Blindfolded.
Assuming we're looking in the right haystack.
Yeah, fair points. But right now, this partial image is the best lead we got. And this is a long list to whittle down, so let's get after it. We're lucky we may finally meet the Jackal.
So that makes a total of 3 dead, 4 in prison, and 2 who moved out of state before the killings even started. Am I forgetting anyone?
Nope, that's it for our violent offenders.
Okay, so that leaves us with just one name out of all the tier 1 suspects. Dave Sloan.
Yep. Did 2 stints in state prison, 1 for armed robbery, the other for domestic abuse.
Oh, he sounds like a real sweetheart. But he barely even qualifies as a tier 1 suspect. No attempted manslaughter charges like most of the others. Sure, his crimes are horrible, but they seem to serve more of a selfish purpose, more about control issues than violence.
Oh, it's the control issues that interest me.
His hands were tied behind his back with climbing rope.
I'm not arguing with
No,
facts,
you're arguing
Larry.
relevance. And you're wrong.
Hey, I got here as soon as I heard, but what did I miss?
Same MO as the last 3 murders. Poison with the jocks and buried alive. Our guy thrives on having people at his mercy. He enjoys it. He enjoys making them feel helpless. As helpless as a child.
Dave Sloan absolutely fits the profile. I mean, just look at his domestic abuse arrest. The assailant bound his wife's hands behind her back.
Yeah, so he could steal her car and go on a drunken joyride.
Not just that. I think he reveled in making her powerless.
Maybe. Maybe you're seeing the connection that isn't there.
Maybe. Or maybe Sloan is our Jackal.
Well, just in case you're right, how do you want to play it?
I think if we show any weakness, he'll try and exploit it. I want us all intact here. We're not taking any chances with this guy.
Come on.
All right.
Well, it sure doesn't look like the place a killer would call home.
Or our guy's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
That's how he's managed to stay 1 step ahead of us all these years.
Let's keep our heads on a swivel. Texas Rangers. Come here. Open up. Dave Sloan. What if we come on inside, ask you a few questions?
I'm biased. You got a warrant?
Figured we'd leave the lawyers out of it for the time being. Just want to have a friendly little chat.
Well, I got no objections.
So we'd like to know where you were a few weeks back. December 12th, to be exact.
Okay, well, first I'd like to know why y'all like it.
Woman was killed at a motel over by Corpus Day.
I heard about that on the news. They said it was some sort of serial killer.
guys think it was me. Well, I'm flattered, but I can assure you I am 100% innocent.
Well, I guess we could just up and leave then.
Afraid you're gonna have to do a little better than that, Dave.
All right, fair enough. I can tell you exactly where I was that night. It's something first.
Oh, no, stop. Don't move another inch. Put your hands where I can see them. Slowly. There you go. You know, why don't you go ahead and put your hands on that counter? Try it. Guessing. Notice I got that cabinet. Is there anybody else in this house with you?
No, sir.
You best not be lying.
He's clean.
Jury's clear. Except this.
What? I told you guys I was innocent, and proof's right there in the calendar. I see that for a sec. Let's see here. December 12th. Here we go. I was at an AA meeting. It was a church basement on 4th Street, right here in Austin.
Well, that's a mighty convenient alibi, Dave. Those meetings are anonymous and no one can vouch for you.
Well, my sponsor was there and he can vouch for me.
Why should we believe him any more than we believe you?
He's Austin PD.
Your sponsor just happens to be a police officer?
Yeah, that's right. Heck, I can give you his name and number if you want.
See how it's done, David? Sorry, Corpus Crooner. Seriously, what's with that nickname?
I don't know. I guess I talk about my hometown a lot. Doesn't everybody?
Not really. Now, I'm from Brooklyn, but it never really felt like home.
And what about Austin?
We're working on it. Don't you ever just want to pick up stakes and head somewhere new?
Sure. A few years ago, I wanted to live anywhere but Corpus. I was engaged, and it fell apart.
I'm so sorry. I guess the case really messed everyone up back then, didn't it?
No, and that's not actually why we broke up. My fiance, she was cheating on me.
Gosh, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to understand why anyone would cheat on you.
Well, might have something to do with this. Yo, Squish. Let love it start.
I'll have a picture into my wall.
Something bothering you?
No. Well, yes. Gary Boyle. I know he's near the bottom of the suspect list, but there's something off about him. I mean, for starters, he's a zookeeper. That's kind of weird in and of itself, right?
Well, your family runs a ranch. It's like one step away from zookeeper, right?
Boyle was arrested for animal abuse. That's a classic sign of a budding serial killer.
Says he was acquitted.
Yeah, sure, but his zoo is 1 mile away from Jackal's first kill. And serial killers' firsts are often sloppy, i.e. close to their homes.
Well, all you got here is a guy that once owned the zoo that happens to be near one of the jackals kills. I don't know, Walker. Sounds like a forced connection to me.
And I'm all for chasing every lead. But I also think that we should listen to James when he says we should leave work at work.
Right, yeah. Fine, yeah. You know, I mean, I gotta get to Augie's boot camp challenge anyway, so I'll just run by for a quick look on my way.
You're not gonna drop this. And I am not gonna let you go solo. And then we're going to Augie's thing. Deal?
Deal.
Wait, so y'all are going to this defunct zoo then? Mind if I ride along?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cassie.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't pull it.
Looks like an extension cord.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Besides the tampering, the traps.
that to me.
Likewise. Please. I need backup.
Walker. Walker, wait for us.
Walker, where are you?
Hey, hey, how's your head?
Fine. No. I'll survive. How's the manhunt?
SWAT sealing up the perimeter, canine unit doing a good search, we got an airship.
I was so close. I wish I would have saw his face before he... I don't get it. Why didn't he just kill me?
Probably knew you had to get out of here quick, and thank God for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jackal later, you guys uncovered is gonna keep our crime scene techs busy for a long time. It was good work.
More evidence, better the profile becomes. Closing in on this guy.
Already found something interesting, check it out.
What is this? Potential victims?
Yeah, we're working to identify them so we can get them in protective custody.
Feels good to be playing offense for once, doesn't it?
After all these years, Cordy, finally got this bastard on the run.
We're gonna catch him, Cap. I can feel it in my bones.
And I know we will. Not today, though, right? Right?
Yeah.
Rest up.
Cordell, have you listened to anything that I've said in the last, I don't know, 6 months? When you went undercover with Rodeo Kings, I felt like I was...
Hold on a second. This is a very different situation.
Is it? Because when you were away, I had to look after your kids. And now you're back, but you're not really here, and I find myself doing the exact same thing all over again.
Just because I'm very busy with my work doesn't mean I'm ignoring my family.
No, that's exactly what it means. And it's not just with August. Stella is having a very hard time after shooting the guy that broke into Jerry's, and you, the Texas Ranger, have barely talked to her about it. And look, I know that this case means a lot to you, but you have blinders on, and you're pushing everyone away.
I think you're being just a little bit dramatic, Stinger. I'm fine. My family is fine. So why don't you maybe just look out for yourself? Thing I can be good at right now is being a ranger.